is Major Mohommed Ali Shah, retired political analyst and defense expert as well. Good afternoon, gentlemen. Good to have you on the broadcast with us. Major Shah, I want to begin with you. How do you react when you see a comment like this? At a time when, we are seeing the so-called government has designated terrorists, atrocities on women is back again, journalists are also being hounded. You have a political lead in the country actually backing the so-called government and its regime.
See, if I were to say it, put this way, I would say irony has died 1,000 deaths. It is really ridiculous when we have some leader, political leader, and such a statement should not be seen that India congratulates or hopes that Taliban should put up a good front. No, it is an individual stake, and which I do not support at all. So it should not be taken as, by the international community that, oh, a political leader from India has said this. So no, I ridicule it. And I think because when UN has already given list of terrorists and Taliban government which has just been formed, it has names of designated terrorists which has been recognized by UN. I think such a statement should not have been made. And any support to Taliban, let me tell you, some people who are under the wrong impression that Taliban is perhaps like a freedom fighter because they say one man's terrorist is another man's freedom fighter. They are in a wrong impression. I'll tell you why. A freedom fighter is one who fights for the people, for everyone around, puts his life at stake and is even willing to lay down his life and sacrifice his life. That's a freedom fighter. Okay. What Taliban is doing, they're not freedom fighters. Okay. They're fighting not for the people. They're fighting against the people.
I'll come back
for
to
themselves to come into power.
What this means going forward, what is the kind of messaging it sends, what does it mean for India as the global community is watching? Let me take the opening comments from Ravi Srivastava.
Well, at the outset, I appreciate the views expressed by Major Shah.
I want to go back to Major Shah. Major Shah, that's what I'm saying. When the reality that's playing out in front of all of us is the same what we had seen in Taliban 1, can you really then have hope of Taliban 2 doing anything different?
Firstly, I really respect and appreciate the sentiments of my fellow panelists, sir. Thank you very much. And you try to bring out your points in a very nice, cultured, sophisticated, polished way. But at the same time, sir, I'll quote an instance of 31st August. In Qatar, in Doha, our Indian envoy there, Mr. Mittal, he met Mr. Stanikzai, who was trained at the Indian Military Academy in Dehradun, joined the Afghan army, and after that joined the Taliban, yes. But the talk was for peace talks, to ensure the safety and security of every single Indian present in Afghanistan right now, and so that Taliban does not meddle in Indian affairs. Because we all know Taliban is being supported by Haqqani Network, which is sponsored by Pakistan. So Pakistan will have a large stake over there. Now, having said that, Farooq Abdullah's son, had questioned the government at that time that if Taliban is a militant group, why is the Indian government indulging in a dialogue with them? First. Secondly, you spoke about Islamic rule, about Sharia law, sir. Let me tell you, sir, for your information, even Saudi Arabia, even Iran has a Sharia law. And in fact, Iran is following a governance module which Taliban now wants to adapt, which is the Supremo will be over and above the Prime Minister President. But, have you ever seen, even Saudi Arabia has got very strict laws. I've lived there for some time. Let me tell you, people in Afghanistan want to escape from there. So when Farooq Abdullah states the obvious, like that, which is obvious, which we all are hoping that, I hope they respect human rights. But then, organization which hung their own president on 27 September 1997.
The basic crux is that with the comment of Farooq Abdullah, it leaves a lot of questions unanswered. Is it Farooq Abdullah endorsing the Taliban regime? Are we endorsing the kind of atrocities that we're seeing on the ground? Are we endorsing with this comment designated terrorists in this so-called government? We'll of course keep tracking these developments very, very closely. We'll get you the political reactions as well. I'd like to thank my guests.